Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Checking in on PCLN NVDA TSLA NFLX CMG. Quick heads up, I'm going to be leaving the country Friday through Tuesday, back to the normal routine on Wednesday. So I will miss you all dearly. But looking at PCLN, we have a very tight range still here where we're trading within the range of Thursday for 5 days in a row, same as SPY. We're on the verge of a bearish MACD cross, but we had a strong close and we're keeping exponential moving averages as support. So I'm currently watching that range of Thursday. That's really the main range to be watching. We're either headed to an all-time high or we're going to break support, see a bearish MACD, a bearish TCG cross, and head back down to test some of our support levels, seeing more significant consolidation than we've really seen in a month at this point. So the next couple of days will be very telling to see which direction we are headed in the short term. And right now, because of the strong close at the high of the day, that is leaning bullish. We do have earnings approaching. We have TRVG, Trivago earnings approaching, which are going to affect PCLN. So definitely some things to be aware of as well if you are trading this name. After a month of straight upside, we have a bearish reversal doji. A red week next week would confirm it. But obviously the reaction and anticipation heading into earnings and sector earnings are going to dictate whether or not that occurs, really. With where we are standing in such a precarious, toppy position, it's very easy for the bulls to see another leg to the upside and new all-time highs, or also very easy to break the immediate supports and pull back a decent amount. So it's going to be very interesting the next few days to see which direction the break does occur with the range of Thursday. NVDA, same thing, range of Thursday. We're completely within it. Same thing with the bulls being in control up at the high of the day with a strong close. Highest prices we've seen in the past 4 days, so that's leaning in favor of the bulls as well. Resistance is 168.74 and 169.93. Those are the only two resistances to be watching at this point, and we're right on the verge of the all-time high if we see this continuation. So the middle Bollinger Band support continuing to be a good guide over the past 5 days. That's continuing to drive the price to the upside, and bulls are remaining in full control. Some sector weakness. We saw MU absolutely dump. We see AMD breaking the daily higher low pattern. Not seeing that translate into weakness in NVDA at this point, which is why it is clearly the sector leader, but also aware of what's going on in the sector and the consolidation that's occurring. So the daily time or the weekly time frame still extremely strong. Exponential support, declining volume as we consolidate sideways. Very healthy, no red flags unless we lose the daily middle Bollinger Band as a bare minimum. Tesla bullish reaction to earnings. We're in a clear range. The low of pre-market, or actually the low of the consolidation after hours, was 343. Low of the day, 343.15. High of pre-market was 350. High of the day, 350. So we have a clear double top and double bottom in our $7 range to be watching. A break of 350, and we're looking at a gap fill of 350.150. And then there's not a lot of resistance until the 370s. After, if we get a bear break, we're looking to the downside to fill some of this gap. So the range of today is very important for the near-term future, and we'll see which breaks in the short term. Weekly time frame, 4 out of the last 5 weeks bouncing off this middle Bollinger Band, staying strong. Nice follow through, getting over these exponential resistances, and not a lot of resistance back to that all-time high. But with the way this chart is set up, I would not be surprised to see an equilibrium pattern where if we do see further bullish action, to set a lower high compared to the all-time high and consolidate a bit and set a higher low, and watch this range continue to tighten up after that 2-week dump. Netflix on the daily time frame. I like Netflix as a bear if the tech sector and if SPY sees bearish breaks, most notably of their inside bars, with Netflix's inside bar tomorrow. 178.02 break, and we're looking at 177.81 and 174.24. It's the lack of support up at this area that has me liking Netflix bearish. Bearish TCG cross, bearish MACD cross. Middle Bollinger Band support will be in play tomorrow at the $175 range. And on the weekly time frame, very healthy consolidation. So the daily time frame has a lack of supports and is looking good for short-term bearish action, but the weekly time frame is low bear volume consolidation, bulls remaining in full control of the overall trend and chart and looking very strong. CMG inability to follow through, continues to reject from the 8-period exponential resistance for the past 2+ months, and we have a higher low and lower high pattern tightening range. So we have the low of the pullback, high of the bounce 358, higher low of 340.63, lower high of 355.48. Now the bulls have to form a higher low compared to 340.63, or it's a bear break, and we come back down to test our lows of the pullback. Weekly time frame inside bar to be watching next week. No follow through at this point for the bulls. If we can't close over exponential resistance, the bulls are not going anywhere. And if we can't break the lower high pattern, bulls are not going anywhere. So 358 is a very key level to be watching, and the daily middle Bollinger Band is going to be in play next week as well. So that's what we've got. I appreciate you watching. We'll see how the week wraps up tomorrow, and I will see you all on Wednesday.